and so you can give Dristi one song, and then we'll start. Hope that's okay. Welcome to our Brothers Retreat.
Om Shanti, a bit louder. I am not able to hear you.
Okay, we are going to have a short meditation, short yoga, and then we will start the interview.
तुम जैसा और कोई नहीं, तुम जैसा और कोई नहीं भाग्यवान। चमक रहा है भाग्य सितारा, चमक रहा है भाग्य सितारा। नील गगन आसमान, तुम जैसा और कोई नहीं, तुम जैसा और कोई नहीं भाग्यवान। भाग्य विधाता भगवान के बच्चे हो तुम, ये जान लो। वो है हमारा, हम उसके सच्चे सदा, ये मान लो। आया है वो स्वर्ग लिए, स्वर्ग लिए, देने तुझे तेरे द्वार। तुम जैसा और कोई नहीं, तुम जैसा और कोई नहीं।
Om Shanti, Bhaiji, Om Shanti, everyone. Welcome to the closing ceremony. Especially we have the ceremony with BrijMohan Bhaiji. I think everybody knows him. He's one of our senior brothers. Mohini Didi was talking about him particularly, and he has been an example for many of us. So there you have biodata from him, and he has been in charge of Purity magazine that has been closed recently, but he has done so much. And one of my first memories of BrijMohan Bhai, his was the first class I heard in Madhuban, in Gyansarova, not Gyansarova, that was Om Shanti Bhavan, many years ago. And I still remember his point about we shouldn't trust our intellect that much, because the intellect brought us into the present situation. And so I don't want to take much time from this introduction. Brother BrijMohan, do you want to share something on the resilience? That's the topic we are talking about, or should we go straight to the interview?
There's no translation.
I think we start the interview. The topic will be covered during our conversation.
Okay, Baiji. Okay.
That is to save time.
Yes. We have a problem with translation to Spanish. So there is some glitch. So I'll just explain because there is no option for translation, Rohit Pai.
Okay. I
So
see.
there is no option for translation there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Esas
so
son
we
las
are waiting
instrucciones.
for that little bit. I'll speak in Spanish a bit. Estamos tratando de solucionar el tema del español. Ese es el hermano BrijMohan Bai. Y bueno, ahora apareció ya la opción. Entonces el traductor, por favor, si puedes asumir. Sorry about that, Baiji. So let's start then. So the topic is about resilience. So we have heard from many different souls about that. It was like a puzzle being created on this subject. And we are doing this retreat for the Americas, for Europe, Africa, for Asia, Australia. So everyone is participating somehow. So it's a beautiful gathering. By G, we see that time is giving us signals. Okay, so there is the call of time now. So in relation to effort, 2 points basically. First, how do I know my effort is accurate in relation to time? And if not, how to increase it so I'm not influenced and I can pass through obstacles?
Yes. You know, we are the most fortunate souls in the whole universe. The Hindi song was also describing that only. We are and can be the most resilient souls in the world because, number one, today's Murli itself, in the first para, Baba described it. Baba explained to us that, first of all, we alone, or only the Brahma Kumaris and Kumari, children of Baba, we are fortunate to know about the drama, which means we already know what is going to happen in future. No one else has an idea of that. And Baba says, you children are looking forward to the new world, the golden age. And all other souls of the world are worried about destruction of the old world. So, although they all of them are suffering in one form or the other, and in the present scenario, there is a lot of worry and fear and uncertainty growing by the day. But still, their thoughts are confined only to destruction. But you children take it as a part of the drama, and this will happen, but finally, for what purpose? To liberate them from great bondages which they are not able to live or not willing to live, and they are into those bondages and continuing with their suffering, and so are worried about everything that happens. And now it is happening very sharply and very quickly, and from all types, all elements of nature, and from all type of vices that they are engrossed in. So we are at two different levels. So for us, it is a part of the system, and it has to go. We have to go through it, and we are only looking forward that it should happen quickly. But before that, our own stage should become like the two things that you mentioned, that the effort and whether I am okay with my effort, how should I know, and what else more I am supposed to do. So far as I think, now we should uh, forget the word effort, delete the word effort from our dictionary. Because Baba says efforts is done in the beginning, but when you are thinking of completion and perfection and overcoming all those things and being above, and in fact being able to help those miserable souls also, so we have not to think of effort, we have to think of our attainments, our powers, and other tools which Baba has given us to be able to not only think ourselves ever protected and ever above these influences, but also to be able to help those souls in such conditions, because we are Baba's children or Baba's instruments on this earth. Who can do this? No one else. And now, if you to expand on effort, so Baba says that I have already given you two next destinations. One destination is we have to be angelic. The other is that we have to become the point that we were in the beginning, and now we are going to be, that is to the most concentrated, the most withdrawn self. So these two things, if we keep in mind, that I am now in my angelic state, and bring that state even on this earth. Baba says, now forget that you are Brahmin. That Brahmin state and Manmana Subhav state or effort making state was long back. Now we are going to be complete and perfect, and for that we have to visualize, think, invoke all those scenes which are in our soul, but they are latent and they are hidden. We have to bring them out and work those qualities in our day-to-day affairs also.
Okay, thanks a lot. And that's something very important, to start think more of attainments and powers, and it was great. It was great, your points. And BrijMohan Bhai, I was listening to a class you gave in Madhuban after the lockdown, and I remember it was a class for brothers. There was one sister there, you counted, and about the Daddy Yankee, and how Daddy Yankee, she left the body, how the whole world went into silence. Can you elaborate a bit on that, on that point you gave? I don't know if you remember that class, but it was just after the lockdown.
You see, many milestones in the drama, they are connected with coincidences. Something has to happen, and it is linked with some incidents. For instance, we say we have been worshipping Baba a lot, and then as a fruit of that, Baba descended. But Baba also says I came down as per drama, and that coincided with the completion of your bhakti. So similarly, Dadi Janki, right from the beginning, Baba gave her the title of Videhi, which means always not connected with her body but working through the body. Now, this soul, she, went around the whole world, and her spiritual powers everyone knows. What was her heart's intention? The intention was to make the whole world listen to her, to see what message, big message she is carrying, and so on. So when she left the body, Baba fulfilled her that desire, and such situation was created. Immediately as she left the body, that everybody was locked down, and they had time enough. Earlier they would say, I am so busy, but they all of them suddenly got time enough to listen to, and the situation was also so created that they got the inclination to listen to some higher order things. Number one. Number two, the how anyone could approach the whole world, the unknown people everywhere. So it means that some such situation has to be created, that the communication is through the mind. Only through the mind we can reach the whole world. So that also Dadi Janki created, that our earlier tools of service were, comparison to today, very gross type. We used to have programs, we used to have, all those things, conferences, so many retreat centers and all that, call people, give them meditation. Even now those things are existing. But if we look back, with all those things and with all those years spent, and with almost our complete army, how far we could reach? So we could not reach all the souls. If we wanted to reach, they won't listen. So such situation got created that, there is a lockout, there is a lock-in, there is a lockdown, but only upwards there is no lock. Now you see all of them, if anybody wants, they can only think of up, and that is open. And up above is only the angelic stage, only the subtle form, and then the incorporeal form, if I don't go beyond that to the golden age. Now in such situation, a condition is created where compulsorily they don't understand that everybody has opportunity and chance to listen to Baba's message. So this is what I was trying to describe. Secondly, you will find that now you don't have to physically go anywhere, or because this physical body has limitations. That is why long back in 69, Brahma Baba left the physical body. Brahma Baba was to be bird benefactor, and Brahma Baba felt the limitations of the physical body or even of the voice. So therefore Brahma Baba became subtle. And we have also to become subtle. That will attain two purposes. One is to make us, take us to subtle state, and second is, in this subtle state, we can really do word service. So such situations were created with the departure of Dadi Janki. So that is what I was trying to say. Just as, a person is about to die, then everybody wants that all his wishes should be fulfilled. Even sometimes they ask, if somebody has to be hanged, sent to the gallows, they say, please tell us your last wish, we will fulfill it. So similarly, this is the time of en masse returning of the souls to the soul world. So now you see, Baba is fulfilling the wishes, unfulfilled or thought to be impossible desires of everyone. Take the Brahmin family. Now supposing I have to come to your country or so many countries that you are there to so many places, physically it would be very difficult. And today what is happening is that all the BKs of India who wanted to travel abroad to serve overseas, they can online and they are actually online contacting all the BK centers and everybody is exchanging and sharing. Similarly, all the BKs of foreign countries, some of them felt our services should be utilized in Bharat. We are Bharatvasi. Now they can easily, they are conducting classes, you find all the time. And all the students of all the centers, they had a very limited access to the experiences and other things of others. Now it is unlimited. So see how much scope has been thrown open for everyone to get everything that they want and without moving out of the physical body. So this has further, scope that all of us now are appreciating and understanding what is the subtle stage. Presently, we are all talking to each other, but what is visible is only an image. That is just an image or a photograph of our bodies, nothing else. But we are really experiencing and talking and everything and even sharing. So this is a very good experiment of subtle stage. So Dadi Janki's departure was the point whereafter the old types of methods of our service and effort uh, became obsolete, and now this new process has started, which means that we are able to do whatever we want in shortest time without any effort and without any limitation. This is what I was trying to describe.
Oh, it was wonderful. I did love that class. And BrijMohan Bhaiji, you said something during your explanation because most of these people they have to work, and after the lockdown you have to work double, three times more. So how to do things like Mansa Seva or how to experience the subtle stage when we have to work so much?
You see, the fastest faculty with us to do service is the mind. Now, Baba said, I am Karan Karavanhar, which means to say, I am getting everything getting done, but through instruments. So when Baba says, I am Karan Karavanhar, so Baba has controls, and it is Baba actually who guides us and who goads us and who has total control of taking our boat to the other side. We are the instrument. So therefore, when I say Baba is Karavanhar and we are instruments, now as an instrument in me, who is the Karanhar and who is the Karavanhar? Who is getting done and who is doing? So I am a soul. Now a soul becomes the Karavanhar to get things done. And then who is the actual performer? It is the mind and the intellect and the sanskars. The thing is, your first question was also guided toward that. Thing is, when I start thinking I am the guide and my mind, intellect and sanskar are the instruments, I forget that actually it was Baba who was the guide, and from there the change started. Baba said, I will get everything done and you are the instrument. And I thought that now I am getting everything done. So in between myself, I or my own limitations come. So therefore, what I think I want to achieve, I find I am not able to do so. So if we remove that that block, that we think that Baba is the Kravanhar and my mind is the Karanhar. So then what will happen? That I will not think I am doing, because in fact our basic foundation is purity, all types of purity. And purity has no limitations. Purity means having nothing other than good wishes for everyone. Nothing than thinking well of everyone, as Baba does. Baba says, be like me. Now this purity, perfection of purity, even the stage of purity that we have acquired is due to Baba. In the whole cycle, people have been making efforts for purity. They did not succeed. So it is Baba who is purifying us. So therefore, in that process, all this service and all those effort making and all those things are the various tools. So if I remove that I the soul am the doer, and my mind is the instrument, and I replace it by Shivaba is the guide and doer, and mind is the instrument, then you will feel that we get empowered like Master Sarv Shaktivan, then there can be nothing that we cannot do. So that is why I said that if I start working from down to upwards, there is gravity and there are so many things that will pull us down. But if I work from upward down, then I can be very light and I can do things and remain even in that state, because I know that I am here performing. So what is an angel? So you will find angel is only our own stage where we have no burden. If I have to be angelic, I have to be light. And have you ever seen an angel sitting on a chair, or an angel lying down, or an angel in any other posture than just like a flying angel? Has an angel any type of requirement? No. So an angel does not stay at one place. An angel is only to give blessings and to help people for the good, to heal their wound and like that. So Baba says, service through the mind means preparation for that. And preparation for that service to me is, as Baba has said, that as Shiv Baba only has good wishes, what we call Shubh Chintak. So similarly, I have to collect a stock of Shubh Chintak, that I see nothing else than Ashubh Chintak. So much so that first if I see what is Ashubh, what is not good, and try to replace it by Shubh, even then Ashubh has come to my mind. First I think this is the weakness, and then I think this is the power to remove it. But if in this process also I have seen the weakness. Baba says, I never see the weakness of anyone. I only see the good point or something that is good in that being and develop it. So it means to say, if I have colored glasses, I have red glasses, I will only see red in everything. And I will not have any other color. So which means to say, first of all, in my mind, to make my mind powerful and make my mind capable of doing service, I should have unlimited stock of good wishes, which Shubh Chintak, to be able to do good to others means first I have to be a stock of goodness in me. Goodness means goodness, goodness and goodness and nothing else but goodness, which means I should not even think of any shortcoming or anything that is needed for my being good, nothing at all. Just to see, this is a thought only. So if we start with seeing good in everyone, As today's world people, they only think bad in everyone. In one Murli, Baba has given a beautiful example that just as there is a factory and there is a chimney up the factory, and the chimney is always giving out smoke and is always dark. Today's souls, accepting the wicked, they are only giving out smoke. They have become so black because inside all types of fires are on. And then Baba says sometimes something half burnt gives more smoke. So they also have got something half burnt in the form of waste thoughts, thinking of wrong of everyone, pulling down and so on. So Baba says they are only oozing out smoke, smoke and smoke. And my children, the angels, they only give blessings, blessings, blessings and blessings. So I am trying to describe the process. So if we have only and only wishing well of everything, only that will bring the golden age. And that will bring the resilience. Because in resilience, we are thinking of something like a tolerance, a situation where you have to tolerate, where you have to face something, or where you have to cross certain type of boundaries, barriers, obstacles. No. That process we have tried for many years. Now Baba says fly, flying state. And flying state of a soul, we are not able to visualize. But flying state of an angel, we are able to visualize. Just as in my dream, the body is lying here and the mind takes the subtle body and you really are experiencing everything with the subtle body, just as now we are here in this our talk, we are experiencing everything, but where are our bodies? No physical bodies, even our ears are not there. So it is only the mind that is talking and mind that is listening. So this is empowerment of mind. So if we empower our mind, we have to do nothing. We have to just keep on thinking good, good and good. And then Baba says, it is the level. If we are up at a high level, then you are able to serve more people. Just as from the moon, if you look at this world, it looks different. No mountains or deep down oceans are visible. It's like a globe. Similarly, Baba says, that is why always Baba says, be light, be double light, be double light. What does Baba mean? Be angel. Angels will never be shown walking on the floor. They never have their feet on the floor. They are flying. So it is our own state, and we have passed this state not once, twice, but kalpa after kalpa after kalpa. And we will go on doing, and we are only replaying our role. The only thing is to remember it. So what happens is, as soon as we think of the gross, we think of the obstacles appear. As they say, think of the devil and he is there. So we have not to think of the devil at all. So, which means to say, as a soul, you will think soul is small, soul is invisible, mind is still more a part of it, it is still invisible. How I should do service through the mind? So Baba says, I am not only a soul, I am not only a special soul, I am an elevated soul. I am a light soul. I have no burdens. So if you think of the burdens and start going through the traffic on the road, there will be so many traffic jams, red lights, people coming from opposite all directions. And just as we have a traffic jam in the mind, and Baba has given us traffic control. Similarly, if we go up and there is none else, and Baba says, further, moreover, I am with you. And to keep Baba with me also, we know all Baba is with us. But we think that I have become Baba's child. I have become so much sacrifice. I have given up so many things of the world. And therefore, Baba is bound and duty bound to help me. Baba says, whatever you have said is correct. But the context in which you are placing it and the way you are describing it will not achieve the objective. Baba says, look what you have given me, and in return what I have given you. So Baba says this confluence period is not a period where everything is done by accounting method. You know, from Copper Age onwards, the law of karma says the one who does, he gets. What he does, he gets. And as much he does, that much he gets. Here, that law does not apply. Baba says, I am Almighty. What a small king is. I am the universe, master of the whole universe. And I have made you, selected you as an instrument. The song was also saying, you are so fortunate. We have Baba's inheritance. Then we have Baba's blessings. Then we have Baba's teachings. And then we have Baba himself with us to take us along. But you will find that to keep Baba with me also is a tricky thing. Baba is open offer and Baba can be with us in all situations. But exactly at that point of time, when Baba has to be with us, we start thinking of some other help or aid or means of getting relief. Therefore, we get to a lower being or person or a thing or a situation to help us. And Baba gets disconnected. And those people or things are only able to go a little far and no further. So we hold on to them, but thinking that they will take us across. But after some time, we find them not helping us that extent. And Baba says, I can empower you in terms of your thoughts, your mind, your language, your actions, everything. And no other one can do it for all those things altogether. So therefore, Baba says, the essence is that Baba, Baba and only Baba. And if we start, those of our seniors who are called Ashtaratnas, you will find them, Dadi Janki moved across the world. But she had only one thing in mind, Baba and Baba's service, and nothing else. She was not attracted by anything. So any tool of service she will appreciate, big or small. So sometimes, we start thinking, I am so little, I have nothing. Those people have these tools, that tool. Earlier, even while we were seated, supposing in this in conference we are holding, we were to physically come and get seated. A person will start having feeling, why he in front row, why myself in second row, why this person is in the center, why that person is on the stage. Here we are all talking. Are you having that feeling? Not at all. So therefore, this Baba is teaching us through this method that in fact all those things, big, small, this and that, Baba has said, even any child who is just dusting or sweeping can also get equal status with the one who may be lecturing in big gathering. It's a question of our state only. So therefore, we have to elevate ourselves. And from a higher elevation, you can have a larger view. So if we have to serve the whole world through the mind, mentally, we have to elevate ourselves. And from there, those people using out smoke all the time, so we have to give them blessings. Just as the rainfall settles the dust, similarly, those blessings will be reaching them. Somebody may be needing, shanti, peace, most of them. Others may be needing some courage to face situation. Another may be needing many things, power to face, whatever. So Baba says all that is covered. We need not go in detail. So when we start giving to others, first of all, we get empowered. Secondly, Angel always gives and never gets. The deity also always gives and never gets. Baba always gives and never gets. And we BKs have always been giving and never getting. And the whole joy of our life is in giving, you find. So therefore, you cannot give in the corporeal form. Then Baba says, then you come down to the corporeal, because so long as we are in the body, and we are lucky to be in the body, we have to function here. So Baba says, but when you are in angelic state and then work through the corporeal body, everything look different. You are not interested, you have no attachment, even for good things, you have no attachment. I am doing this service, it should be successful, no. Or I only am doing this service, I should do it better than other, no. So all those things when we remove, we become so light. So Baba says, first of all, I am responsible, no. My own responsibility is handed over to Baba, the Almighty. No better being can be a protector or a shelter or a helper who not only guides us but takes us along. Baba says, I am waiting for you to take you along. So therefore, we have to now become, like Baba says, equal. Because if you have to go along with someone, you have to be equal. Now, I cannot be equal to Shiv Baba, but I can be equal to Shiv Baba in form that I am a point of light. Aside from that, Baba has given us the best sample of Brahma Baba. Another sample of Mother Mateshwari, who was not even the medium of God. She, by her own effort, by whole understanding the whole process, in the shortest time, she became Sri Lakshmi, and she was a poor girl. And you know, Baba says, ladies are otherwise poor, girls have no money at all. And from that stage of a poor girl, God made her the goddess of knowledge and then the goddess of wealth. Even today, the richest person will worship Lakshmi for money. Like that. So Baba says it is unfathomable what we want to get. But sometimes, when you get some very valuable thing so easily, you start doubting. If somebody in these days gives you a real gem and says it is just for takes, you will think it's an artificial stone. How can a person part with a valuable gem for me? Similarly, Baba says the process is taught to us in the method of worship. All these ages were that God is very difficult to attain, God is impossible to attain, you have to go to God, and it is never dreamt that God will come to you and talk to you and become your server and lift you. So all those things are in our mind, and then Baba is now offering certain things, and we get into those limitations by our own preconceived notions. So therefore, I said that effort making was a way, but effort making, now Baba says move forward. Even an ant moves forward, a horse also is moving forward, a rocket is also moving forward. What speed is now required for us to reach our mind? Our mind has the fastest speed. So it is the mind which should be rid of all the limitations and all those things. And connecting, love is the fuel of the mind to move. And Baba says, all of us are actually looking for real love. We have tried various types of love. We thought I will get love in this something, I connect with something, and after some time, I feel instead of love, it becomes a burden. It holds on to you, creates a bondage, and you feel burden. Then you try love for another thing or another thing, any philosophy or whatever. You go a little way, then you think it becomes your limitation. Baba says at confluence, I give you Father, Paramatam love. And that love Baba fills in our soul, and that empowers us to be with Baba, because love gives you power. Supposing a king or a prime minister has some connection or some thing with an ordinary person, and that ordinary, everybody knows that this prime minister has some connection with this person. That ordinary person gets the power to visit prime minister's house anytime because of their love or some connection. So therefore, love gives you authority. Baba says, you are not worshippers, you are not ordinary people, you are my children. You have a right on me. So, but we exercise that right? No. We think God is so great. Why bother Baba? And so many things are in our mind. So basically,
Yes.
Baba's love
That's great.
fulfilled now carries us through the golden age and through the silver age, the ages of love.
That's great.
Love unites. Eh? So
That's
like
great.
that, you know.
We have someone who wants to greet you, BrijMohan Bhai. He's in a car. He's coming.
Yes.
Bye.
What do you say? What do you
Kembai
say?
wants
Hello.
to greet you,
Bye.
to say hello.
Hello, BrijMohan Bhai.
Yes.
Om Shanti. Welcome to our brothers' retreat. It's so much love. I've been listening to you. I just turned on the camera now.
I see. Thank you.
It's
Very much
Kembai.
welcome for our special retreat, brothers. So thanks. Sorry.
Thank you. Acha.
So Kembai is in Brazil, you are in India, so everyone is everywhere. And as Baba said this morning, physical time, physical space is a little tight, but with this unlimited, it's great. I mean, it's wonderful to have all of you here. So BrijMohan Bhaiji, thank you so much for all your time, your precious time. Thank you. But we have to follow the time of the word.
Yes.
8 o'clock, Mohini Didi wants us to go to New York. So we are going to New York to both there. You are
Yes.
invited.
Thank you. Thank you. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. You know, okay, namaste.
Om Shanti, bye. And Kembai now we're going to greet us. So thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Om Shanti, everyone. As you can see, I'm sitting in a car. Of course, I had to come to the town. We had a most amazing electrical storm this morning, and the power is out in the whole region. So I had to come and use the how to say, we've got solar energy in our retreat place, but it hasn't been sunny for the last few days. There's no battery. There's no energy. And so these are like the prelude to the end times when we don't run out of energy. And even where we are, we can get 3G, but it was terrible this morning. So I had to come into the town to get the 4G. So I'm sitting in the car in front of Brother Francis' house. He's organizing another meeting at the moment, so I'll be able to go in. But it's incredible how whenever we want to talk about something or think about something, Baba's Murli is exactly how that is. And yesterday we were talking about, I was with the Australian brothers, and the topic was the 18th chapter. So see what Papa talked about today, the 18th chapter, and the incredible scene between Krishna and Arjuna, which Arjuna wants clarification. What is real renunciation? And the whole conversation is about what real renunciation is. It's to renounce the ego. It's to renounce the ramifications of the ego. Is to get up the courage to face the final battle, basically. And that's why the last phrase that's uttered in the Gita before it goes back to the MC of the Gita, we could say Sanjay. The last phrase of Arjuna is the last phrase of the Gita is that he has this nashto moha Smriti Labda, which Baba translates as becoming detached, conquering attachment. And the other part was to regain awareness in a way. But in another translation of Nashta Moha is to destroy all of our illusions, especially in the context of the 18th chapter, is to destroy the illusions that the ego shows us. Like today, for example, Baba is talking about karma and the effort and the reward. The big trick is that we do the effort without any expectation of any reward. And that way we can, if we're doing that as Baba's instrument, and this is the big deal, you know, if I really want to become free from ego, which is, I think we all understand what male ego is because we're in physical brothers' bodies. We know that souls have ego, it doesn't matter what their gender, but the whole idea of going beyond this illusion that the ego creates, you know, even if you've got a karmic account, I was thinking about this morely and about the topic yesterday, the 18th chapter, that karma, in fact, if there's some karmic account with anyone else, you know, and if there's suffering, if my happiness goes down, if my, you know, my feelings towards others are disturbed, anything that takes me off the path and out of my connection with Baba is actually some sort of a karmic account. So whether it happens in thoughts or words or deeds, anything that takes me away from Baba brings me back to the world of my own ego. So in a way, our karmic accounts imprison the ego. The ego becomes imprisoned by the context of the settlement. Like, and Baba says, okay, we have to start to give. Our faith has to be based on experience and not just on knowledge. And how then we become really carefree. And it's interesting that the original talk about this retreat, when it was going to happen physically in Peace Village, was about perfection. And so Baba today says, perfection is invoking us. Isn't that beautiful? My perfection, my perfect state is invoking me. And we know the destruction is really close, you know, and especially this morning, this incredible electrical storm. Like, first of all, it's June and never has storms in June. June is the dry season, absolutely dry season. Every day, sunny and no clouds in this part of the world. And then, of course, the electricity is down in the whole region and everyone's running around. There's trees down everywhere. It's amazing, a scene of destruction, really. And the noise of the thunder and the lightning was, you know, absolutely frightening for people. And Baba says, don't worry, become carefree. And the only way to do that, and it's the only way to get out of our karmic situations, which are probably, we know that each one of us, there's a situation going on. There is, you know, difficulty about employment. There is difficulty in trying to organize our time differently and working from home if we have to, or we're together with our logics maybe. Most of us, especially brothers, don't live in centers. So most of us will be living with our families, children, wives, maybe parents. Some of us are, you know, living alone, but mostly we're with others, and that's the absolute field of our karmic settlement. So it's such an incredible chance to go beyond the bondages, to really conquer illusion, to destroy illusion, nashto moha, destroy all illusions based on the ego, so that we can have the determination to carry out Baba's task. And you know, that the essence for me of today's Murli and for the whole thing that we have to do is to understand this secret, that if I become a giver, I stop taking in a way. And taking, if I become passive, I receive anything that's around. So any bad situation, will come to me and take me on. But if I become a giver, I start to change the karmic logic. And this is the big task for all of us. If we want to go closer to our perfection, we have to become closer to the devta stage. And Baba says the devta is a giver. I have to really be generous. I have to be benevolent. I have to give everything that Baba's given me. I have to give all of my talents and everything to Baba. Like the scene of that I mentioned the other day of Arjuna taking only Krishna's support and rejecting the offer of armies and millions of rupees and so on, but just to have God's support at this time. But that means I have to be on the same plane as Baba. Baba's the benevolent one. I have to become the benevolent one, as BrijMohan is saying. I can become Baba, equal to Baba, not equal to Baba as Baba is, but I can become equal to him in form and some of the attributes. So if I want to come closer to God, who's the benevolent one, I have to be absolutely benevolent. I can't hold things in. And let's face it, if any one of us brothers is going through some karmic difficulties related to our, the situation of the world, we should not blame the world. The situation is as it is, it's a drama. But if I'm suffering from it, is my own problem. There are seeds of that suffering inside of me that are wanting to become manifest. And that's why I'm having a difficulty with money or having difficulty with others. It's my problem. It's not the world. I should not blame the drama for anything. And I blame the drama because I'm a taker. And if I have to want to stop blaming the drama and take on this with courage and determination to face this last chapter, I have to become a giver. Even if I've got a little, I have to give and give and give and give. And by giving, we get out of our little karmic hole that we've dug for ourselves. I mean, it's pretty hard medicine, but there's no simple answer to anything any one of us is going through, whether it's illness, whether it's financial difficulty, whether it's, strained relationships. I can't change anyone else. I can't, I can only change my own sanskars. So I have to be really honest about it. If there's any problem, I have to be extremely honest about it. What is my part in that problem? Forget about the part of the other person. What's my part? What did I generate? How come I'm suffering? The person did what he did, or the situation did what it did, but I suffered. Why did I suffer? What didn't I understand? What did I do to create this? And I have to be very, very honest about all of these things and take them to Baba, and because the 18th chapter is a very serious thing. It's the moment when the penny dropped in Arjun's mind. This is what I have to do. Of course, the context was, would he go to war and fight against his relatives? But in fact, it was, will I really take on my own Maya? Will I really be victorious against the hordes of Mayas? For the last 63 births has been having a party inside me, inside the soul. And now I have to chuck her out. And Ravan, which is like the manifestation of Maya, I have to stop being his client. And after so many births, it's not easy. But this is the final battle. The final battle is not the Third World War. The final battle is not an earthquake or a civil war, or even this coronavirus, which is also a natural calamity. The final battle is me against my own weaknesses. So let's be victorious in that. Let's do the best we can. Let's become the givers and not the takers. And, well, this is my feelings. It's been a very good retreat, and I've had the fortune of actually being involved in 2 retreats at the same time. One I'm conducting to help out our retreat center near Belo Horizonte in Brazil. So it's pretty full on. It's like, 6 sessions in the same weekend that I had 4 sessions with the Brothers Retreat. So interesting drama, and a few other meetings in between, actually. So as Eric By said in the other meeting, said let's appreciate Zoom to hum while we can, because if today's experience was any prelude to what's going to come, it's going to be pretty confusing, because not only the Wi-Fi wasn't working, but the internet 3G was not working either. The whole region is out. So I'm sitting here in front of the house, waiting for Francis to go on to my next session, actually. And I know where Sister Mohini's waiting for us. So Om Shanti, everyone. Great work to all of the people who've organized this retreat. I participated in most of the meetings with Tim and with Mark and with Rohit, with Vijay from Trinidad. Marcelo sometimes was there, and Rajbai, of course. So thank you all for the great support you've done to get this up and running, and all of the IT wallahs that helped. Thank you so much, and thanks so much to Peace Village who graciously helped us out as well.
Okay, thank you, Kenbai. Before you go, just big thanks for your participation, your organization, and everything that that you could give us. I think the souls, they were very happy, and now we have lots of to digest after this retreat. So we have lots to think about. And thanks a lot. We know how difficult is the internet on that side of Brazil. So there's not much, and it's incredible that you have been able to be with us at least. So we can see only the shadow of you there, but we can remember the subtle. Yeah, oh yeah. Now it's much better. Now it's much better. That's great. Yeah. So we can all.
It's a bit hard to sit. I'm sitting sideways in the car now.
Yeah, so we can switch on the camera. We can just wave to Kenbai. He's one of the main people behind this retreat. In fact, has been the motivator and also a bit the sponsor of all this initiative, and it is great. We are waiting for the green light to go to New York without customs, without flights, without planes, anything. So we're going to offer Baba something. So Kenbai, do we want to say something still? We have a few minutes.
I think we have to be at the same time very firm internally, and this is the whole thing about resilience. I think we should mention it again. We have to be extremely firm internally, but very, very flexible with whatever happens, because surprising things will happen. I think what I've noticed, if someone's got any long-standing defect in a situation where everything is failing, that person will probably help others to fail as well. If there's let's say someone's very angry and things are falling apart, and that person gets so angry it makes others fall apart. So if there's any long-standing defect, like Baba said today, we have to have success over a long period of time. And then he said, well, even the short period of time is getting over. So we've been given this few months of preparation, I suppose. How much have I really taken advantage of it? And even if there's still a short time left, Baba says, okay, forget about what you've done until now, it's past. But what about from now on? Will I really challenge my mediocre behavior, my mediocridad, my mediocrity, my sort of ordinariness? Will I really challenge that and really become elevated in my thinking and speaking and doing? This is the big chance. I think we still got to Baba says the effort over a long period of time is over. The effort over a short period of time is almost over. So let's take the chance for the next, until at least things resemble coming back to normal. It's interesting that I've been talking to people, and I've been curious about how they are, because in this retreat that I'm conducting, I've done it 2 weeks ago as well, the same retreat about strengthening the immune system of the soul. That's the name of the retreat. So it's got a lot of people online, and then we break out into the breakout rooms on Zoom, and it's been very interesting. I this time I have participated in the rooms. Very interesting, and I've been talking to people, most of them are professionals working from home. And I said, what do you think is going to happen? He said, well, I've already decided I'm not going to go back to work in the city. I'm going to go and live outside the city, because I've discovered that I can work from home. And he said, I've got a client he's a lawyer with 30 lawyers working with him. And the lawyer said, I've also discovered that it's good to work from home. So he's closing his office. So we're going to have cities probably a little bit more empty, as people don't commute anymore. So it's very interesting how some good things will come out of this. But at the same time, I think every single soul, if it's now close to the time of going back home, all of the final settling will start happening. Whatever anyone has to settle here before they go back via Dharamraj. One thing I've always thought about is that the accounts that I have with this particular body and this particular life will be sorted out here before we leave. So,
thanks, Kembai. We are now have to fly to New York via Zoom, then go to Sato region. So we are going to offer to Baba. It's a bog offering for the Brothers Retreat, particularly. So please, everyone flies to Baba and present themselves, just like the video yesterday they showed. So it's a beautiful experience. And then we come back. So don't leave the room. Don't leave the room. Stay in the room. Stay quietly there. And you are going to come back after the book sharing, and we continue. Thank you, Kembai. Bye-bye. And I hope everything goes well there. Okay, bye. Take care. Thank you for your time, brother.
Bye-bye.
So now the technical team will take us there.
जाना दुनिया से क्या लेना, वो नगरी हमारी है, हमको है वहाँ रहना। हम ज्ञान से सज धज के उस नगरी में जाएंगे। हम उड़ के चले जाएं, ओ हम उड़ के चले जाएं उस प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में। वतन में है ठहरे हुए बाबा हमारे लिए, हो वतन में है ठहरे हुए बाबा हमारे लिए। कर रहे हैं इंतजार घर ले जाने के लिए। आकारी बन करके हम वतन में जाएंगे। हम उड़ के चले जाएं, ओ हम उड़ के चले जाएं उस प्यारे से वतन में, उस प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में, हो अव्यक्त वतन में, हो हम उड़ के चले जाएं उस प्यारे से वतन में, हो उस मीठे से वतन में। रुत है ये प्रभु मिलने की, मस्त पवन है महका चमन है, तू उड़ जा वतन में, रुत है ये प्रभु मिलने की। बादल की छाँव से, तारों के गाँव से, पार चला जा जग की हवाओं से, पार चला जा जग की हवाओं से, छोड़ के पीछे नील गगन को, ये घड़ी है प्रभु मिलने की। मन पंछी भूल के सारे जग का आकर्षण, तोड़ के झूठे देह का बंधन, तोड़ के झूठे देह का बंधन, उड़ जा प्रेम के पंख लगा कर, दिल में लगन अब मिलने की। मन पंछी सुख में आओ हम खो जाएं, परम पिता से आनंद पाएं, परम पिता से आनंद पाएं, प्रभु मिलन के परम सुखों से, कलियां खिलती है तन मन की। मन पंछी तू उड़ जा वतन में, रुत है ये प्रभु मिलने की। मस्त पवन है, महका चमन है, मस्त पवन है, महका चमन है, बेला है मंगल मिलने की। मन पंछी तू उड़ जा वतन में, रुत है ये प्रभु मिलने की। मन पंछी
While taking bhog, I took everyone's love remembrances to Baba. And Baba, with lot of love, shared very, very powerful drishti with all of us. Then Baba accepted bhog. And Baba was still looking at all of us, giving us powerful drishti. Then Baba said, only this you have brought for me, or there is something else? So I said, well, this is bhog. Baba said, what else? Then I thought, I didn't take anything else. Maybe I said, oh, Baba, we all are for you. I want to offer myself. I want to offer all together to you. And then Baba smiled and Baba said, yeah, that offering is what I want. And then Baba said, okay, you offering yourself and all others also. But what in each one of you want to offer? So I thought a little bit. I said, Baba, everything. So Baba said, everything you're offering. So Baba was smiling, and then Baba said, each one of you, you offer something very special from you to Baba. Today Baba want different offering. Of course, he accepted bhog, the food which was sent. Baba said, I want offering of some specialties from you. So we all start thinking, and I start thinking, and I said, what is there in me which I can offer to Baba? Even we say, Baba, everything belongs to you, we belong to you. But Baba wanted something special. And all of us start looking at inside and thinking, what can I offer? So someone said, Baba, I offer my kindness. Someone said, Baba, I offer my faith. And Baba kept listening and keep saying, think more, think more. And then he was looking at me, say, next time, you bring the list of offering. So I said, okay. Then he looked at me, what you are offering. And I also really start thinking what he wants. Baba said in his task of establishment, as you all are instruments, he wants something special from each one of you. Someone said, I offer my purity. Someone said, I offer my love. So everyone had different, but everyone was still thinking while offering. So Baba said, you are still thinking about offering, but next time Baba said, you make sure everyone comes with one offering to Baba. Because that offering Baba will use for world service. If somebody says, Baba, I offer my enthusiasm, Baba will use it for world service. But it shouldn't be that I'm enthusiastic sometimes, I'm not enthusiastic, no. Something very perfect. And then Baba said, at this time, for the task of establishment, the resource from Baba's children is needed for world transformation. And bring that each one as an offering so Baba can use it for unlimited service. Then I said to Baba that, we are continuing with our sadhana, our tapasya, but there is a big gathering of Pandavas. So Pandavas are having a retreat, international, and they all are together. And they send lots of love remembrances on behalf of Pandavas. So Baba gave a very, very, very loving drishti to all the Pandavas. And after that, Baba said that Pandavas are Mahavir children. So Baba said Pandavas are the one who are Baba's right hands. So I said, Pandavas, what about Shaktis? The Shaktis are also, but today I'm talking to Pandavas. So Pandavas are the right hand. Whenever, whatever service Baba needs, whatever Baba wants to be done, Pandav get it done. So they are like right hand. So Baba said right hand mean also that they always do right things. So Baba said that this gathering of Pandavas, Baba is asking Pandavas, how often you do this gathering? And when Baba looked at me, I said, I only know this one, which is once in a year. I don't know if other places they have different Pandav gathering. But Baba said Pandavas should have a regular gathering. It could be once in a month or once in 3 months, but it is very, very important for all Pandavas to come together and have more gatherings. And Baba said, in that gathering, then revise all 4 subjects. Today, like Baba is giving program to Pandavas. One time have retreat only on knowledge, go in depth of knowledge, churning of knowledge, essence of knowledge, how to give knowledge, then on yoga, dharana, service. So Baba said this way, have different gatherings, but Baba sends lots of love remembrances for, Baba says, being ever ready for Baba's service. So Baba says Pandavas are ever ready because they are the right hand of Baba. So they always right hand, we lift first to do something. So Pandavas always willing, ever ready to come forward to be cooperative in Baba's service. Then I said, Baba, this morning I was with the family from Guyana because one of the center there celebrating their 40th year. And as Baba knows, but I said the building was burned, part of it. So now we have new plans. So I was talking to the family. So Baba also gave lots of love remembrances for the family of Guyana, but also Nandi Park, where Sister Ahelia is the instrument. Baba gave lots of love to all of them, and also special love remembrances to Ushaben, who is there at present. Lots of love from Baba to everyone, and also lots of love to all those who offered bhog for this. Om Shanti. We offer bhog Sunday, especially for, there are so many souls who like to offer bhog for many reasons, for their birthday, for someone leaving body, whether it is success, whether it is protection, whatever reasons are there. So generally Thursdays, we offer bhog only for Baba. But on Sunday, for many different souls, they like to offer bhog. We do it on Sunday. This is just for information that we don't do different bhogs on Thursday, but only on Sunday.
Om Shanti. So we are back here. So I hope everyone enjoyed Baba's Drishti on you. And also you can get Sato Bhog, or Zoom Bhog. So we can just visualize ourselves there with Baba. And it was beautiful. And I hope that keep in your heart. So Kambai, do you want to say something? You are there about the book?
Is Sister Mohini still on the line, or we've gone back to our own room?
We are in our own room.
Okay. I just wanted to say that, in fact, I had this message for the brothers, and actually Baba brought it up in the book message, that we plan to have activities every 3 months. So that I was supposed to announce that, but then, you know, with all of this changing and place and phone in the car and everything, I forgot about it. So it's good that Baba remembered it, because it was on my mind during the walk. Oh, I forgot to talk about this. And then suddenly Baba says, yes, you should have meetings at least every 3 months. So good. So we will plan something and get back to you all.
Okay, great. Great. So every 3 months, so you know down in your schedules, so that every 3 months we'll have a meeting, and it will be great, it will be wonderful. Raj is saying that we also have Tolian blessings for everyone. So, so it's a very simple. Yeah, we can take it. So it's here. No, in fact, it goes, the Toli goes here. Yes. That's great. Now I would like to call a few people. I have a big list here. So Rajbai, team from Australia, Eric, New York, if you are there, Mark from the UK, and Dave from somewhere. So I would like to ask you to share. First, Raj. Raj has been the king. Rajbai, so please unmute yourself and let's put you in the spotlight.
Om Shanti. It's been wonderful to be with all of you and enjoying your presence and just getting your drishti, your love. And the team has been working tirelessly, like Marcelo, Rohit, Zvika, Vijay, Tim, Mark, and Rajesh, and many others have joined and cooperated a lot to so many levels. And thanks a lot to Sister Mohini. And how can we forget Baba? Baba is great, and he gave us our program for what we need to do next. So thank you very much. Your Toli and blessings will be coming online to you. Don't worry about that. We have made provisions. Everything's possible. And thank you, Brother Marcelo, for the guidance and the adjustments and everything else, and the team. So I think everyone can just say hi, Marcelo, or the whole team. Maybe we can start with Tim and Mark first, and then we'll go around. And David and Eric. I'll see who else, whoever is here. Thank you.
Raise your hand, team from Australia. Where are you? Okay, Mark from the UK, meanwhile. Mark?
Hello. It's certainly been a marvelous experience for me since being invited to join the planning group. Of course, it was originally meant for Peace Village, and so with the advent of lockdown, everything swung round to the virtual experience. So the whole plan, of course, had to take on a very different approach. And one of the interesting things was thinking globally, an actual retreat, rather than having the global brothers come to one place. The one place had to be available globally at the same time. So that was very interesting discussions to actually facilitate that. But what I experienced myself was so much cooperation, easiness, openness, and I just really enjoyed the whole journey of being together, planning it, and enjoying these sessions as well. As everyone knows, sometimes the tech didn't run as smoothly as we would have wanted to, but I think each time we got it a bit better, and I think just the energy of the brothers when we're sharing drishti, either one-to-one or that whole kind of gallery view, it was so sweet seeing all of the brothers